name is Kimani Carpenter, and I am not perfect. At the age of 8, I gave my life to Christ, and needless to say, that's been the best decision I have ever made in my whole entire life. Basically, I just understood that I was a sinner, God was real, Jesus was real, and I was on my way to hell. But Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Hell was a bad place, and I didn't want to go there. There was this love inside of me that I thank God for, and I want to take that love and just share it with the rest of the world. So if you're on my right side or on my left side during school, I shared the gospel. At that age, the only thing I knew was John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life." And to me, that was more than enough to share the gospel. Once I got to about the 6th grade, I had a choice to make, popularity or Christ. And needless to say, and sad to say, I chose popularity over Christ. I began to do things to compromise my faith, do things to fit in with the crowd. And as I did these things, I lost sight of who I was as a Christian. So much to the point where I failed a grade. After I failed a grade, I was humbled. But at the same time, that wasn't enough to break me. That wasn't enough to change me from putting on a facade of who I was. But one year, it was around my 8th grade year, leading into my 9th grade year, I went to a men's conference known as Promise Keepers. A man by the name of Rick Rigsby spoke, and he talked about how God knocked him off of his pedestal and how God took away what was holding him back from being the true man of God that he needed to be. That night, he asked us and invited all men around to write down on a sheet of paper what was holding them back from worshiping and following God. That night, I wrote down a 4-letter word: fear. Fear of being alone, fear of being rejected, fear of not fitting in. And ever since then, my life has not been the same. My name is Kimani Carpenter. I'm nothing special, just Kimani, but I'm on my way to something great. At the age of 21, of course, I have a lot of things that I need to learn and grow and do. I don't have life figured out, obviously. Like I said, I'm just 21. But I've come a long way in my faith. I've had the opportunity to share God's grace and God's love with those who are willing to listen and those who aren't willing to listen. I have had the privilege to live a life that has been unashamed before the Lord and unashamed before man. And I've lived an unleashed life through the power of Christ. And it hasn't always been easy. It hasn't always been a smooth road. But at the same time, the narrow road is also known as the troubled road. It's not paved. It has a lot of, things going on. It has thorns and thistles, rocks and stones, and sticky briars and all those other crazy things. But at the same time, it's the one that leads to heaven. It's the one that leads to life. You've heard it said before, 2 roads diverged in the yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. The day that I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, and the day that I truly began to live my life for Him, God began to show me that living a life for Him would make all the difference in the world. It's been an amazing adventure that never, ever ends. He's been using me to advance His kingdom. Of all people, He's been using me to spread the gospel and spread the love that He has given me. It's breathtaking. If you would ask me if I had a slogan for my life, I would look at you and laugh and say, yes, I actually do. My slogan is simple. It's this: I'm nothing special, just Kimani.